Happy New Year from Costa Rica. This is our first Wave 29 connection for 2015. I'm Layo.
And I'm Luchy. And as we are virtually connected today, we want to remember our Solo Uno themes. We have one God, one mission, and one community.
A key expression of a movement of spiritual multiplication is life in community. That's why we talk so much about planting missional communities that are groups of disciples of Christ that grow together, serve others, and multiply into other disciples and communities until the whole city is filled with men and women that love each other and live to see the transformation of their cities.
Why do we emphasize life in community and the planting of missional communities?
For several reasons. Number one, God, our Creator and Lord, lives and molds the perfect community in the Trinity. Each person in the Trinity have their own role but work in perfect harmony. 3 persons, one God.
Secondly, God created us to live in a perfect community relationship with Him, among each other, and with creation. But sin interrupted this relationship and sense of community in each one of these 3 dimensions. Men and women became separated from God. We turned our backs on Him and went our own ways. Relationships among people are full of problems, conflicts, codependencies, abuse, many other things. And also, we are destroying creation.
Thirdly, throughout history, God has tried to relate to mankind and to live in community with men, women, families, and nations. For example, Adam and Eve, a family. God walked in the garden with them every day. Abraham, a man to whom He promised a great family. Later, Moses, the leader of a great nation, they related face to face. Israel, a whole nation trying to relate with God. David, a king, warrior, and poet whose heart was according to God's own heart. But most of the times, these relationships did not end well.
The fourth reason why we emphasize so much life in community is because Jesus Christ is God's provision to restore our relationship and sense of community between Him and men and women. Through Jesus, we reconcile with God, we can relate with others in a healthy way, and we can help restore creation and everything there is in the world.
The fifth and last reason is God's supreme calling for His followers is that we love each other so much that we reflect His love and the community relationship we have with Him. John 13:34 and 35 says, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another."
The greatest impact we can make in our university, community, and nation is to live in community, loving and serving each other. More than anything else, people in our cities desperately want to see and experience living in communities of people that love each other this way.
We conclude this brief reflection remembering Jesus' call to each one of us as individuals, but also as movements in this city. In Matthew 5:14-16, He says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they might see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven."
So let's prepare ourselves to come to Solo Uno to experience the blessing that we are one community made up of many disciples of Christ from different nations, races, tongues, and cultures.
Let's all join together to tell the world that the kingdom of God has arrived in Latin America and the Caribbean.
See you in Panama!